So, Jared, I guess, is he Prince of the Jews since Donald's King of the Jews? Jared. How's September treating you? The devil, well, naturally. So, how is September treating you? So you start with the Hermit, searching for something. I'm not playing with you in these cards. It's because I'm not Jewish, so don't give me saying that's the wrong thing. Is that the Star of David? What does the Star of David look like? It sure the hell is. It's the Star of David. Okay, well, my son, he is Jewish, so there's the Star of David, searching for answers. Maybe you're searching spiritually. Ace of Cups. There is some emotion. Maybe a new alliance of sorts. What is... the Page of Swords. Some disappointments. You are the spy, many people say, so there is also that aspect. Five of Cups, regrets and sorrow, and then the Knight of Pentacles, being the son of money. Four of Rods, there's the White House. And the Four of Cups, unwanted offers. You don't want this job anymore. Two of Cups, there is agreements. And then the Lover. So this is your fear and your hopes. So Donald Trump is your fear and Ivanka is your hopes. Well, that's nice. Your environment is the Wheel of Fortune, so fate and karma is mixed with the Magician, so skills. Time is on your side this time. And the Devil makes a triumphant return in your word of warning. You, at this point in time, are being given the opportunity. Now, I asked once, will Donald be given the opportunity to make amends? And then I get, make amends for what? He's a horrible person. Okay, here's what I'm saying when I say that. We, out here in our fleshly world, judged him already. That's over, that's done. We already declared he's a horrible person. That is not what the conversation is about. Will he be given a chance to make amends is what I mean on the other side. Now, will he be able to make amends to this country, as in now he can start to do the right thing? Yes, I also mean that too. But we cannot judge his soul. We don't know what his soul does once it leaves here. We are not in control of such things. So will he be given the chance at 70-something years old to say, I was wrong for the way I have behaved? We don't have to accept the apology. That's your own business to carry around. Whatever. I'm not saying that this does not involve you. But will he be able to at least stand on his own 2 feet with his hand on his heart and his eyes on the sparrow and that whole thing and say, I'm Donald Trump and I was wrong? And I would like to try to make amends. You do not have to reach back out to him. You can say, no, you suck, die. Fine. That's you and your feeling, and I'm not going to take that from you. Because we have watched what he has done to the children at the border. We have watched what he has done to people in this country, period. So I get it. But when it comes to the good Lord itself, that is not our call between him and God. So will he be given the chance to say, I'm wrong? The answer is yes, but he won't take it. So we have this here. You have taken your spirituality. No other hermit card I have. This is why the deck chooses the reading. And I almost didn't use this one because I rarely use this one. But here it is. Your spirituality is talking to you. You hear it. That's why you have the disappointment. You have an opportunity. This is your warning. You are traveling down a road in which you cannot control. Many people think that have addictions and problems that it's not an addiction and a problem because I don't always get drunk. Yeah, but when you do destructive things. Therefore, this is destructive behavior. When I go to Saudi Arabia, I don't always make, unscrupulous deals. Yeah, but when you do, it's disgusting. It's wrong. Destructive behavior destroys. You cannot control this. You are not strong enough to beat the devil. This is something in Christian culture. I can only speak for that. I've never been Jewish, but for Christian culture, this is something that was left up to God itself. The battling of the devil. Jesus Christ was sent to hell after he was crucified, because after he was crucified, he took on your sin. Therefore, he was now a sinful creature and was sent to hell. There, he went to hell for a whole 3 days and battled with the Prince of Darkness. In the end, they say he broke the chains of sin and conquered death, hell, and the grave. So he died, went to hell, and was resurrected. If it took Jesus Christ to defeat the devil, what chance does a little Jewish boy in the Trump family have? He's surrounded by people who have no problem whatsoever with this kind of behavior. But your spirituality is reaching out to you, telling you you have another chance. September is your chance. This is your warning. This is what I call the tarot's advice when I do the warning in the solace. You have another chance. Forewarned is forearmed. Now that you know, you have to do something about it. Once you become aware, you become responsible. So now you have to do something about your behavior. Will you? That's a whole nother story. But there you go. Your solace was the Hierophant. It just jumped off the table, so I'll leave it there. 6 of Cups. And the Hierophant is the religion card. The card of spirituality and faith. So that's your solace. It's giving you the chance. It is giving you the chance. Will you take it? That's up to you. That's between you and whatever you call God. But your outcome, collaborations and nostalgia. Celebrations and nostalgia. Something in you does reach for the past. And it becomes familiar again. Four of Swords. You begin to pull back from the administration. I think this King of the Jews thing maybe set you the wrong way. So we won't use you since one of the cards has decided to jump off the table. We'll use this one. So let's take a little deeper look. So, Jarrett, I would love to be a fly in your subconscious right now. See what in the world's going on. Because you're trying to prove something you don't need to prove. You got a lot of money, so you don't really need to prove anything to your father. You have a wife, you have children. Like, anyway, moving on. I'm not your therapist. Do what you want. Three of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. High Priestess. Page of Wands. So legal news involving money will come out. Because right now it's secret. This is your message. There is a secret. There's the law. There is the money. So money, law, secrets, news. Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something. The Ace of Cups. This was around your spirituality last time. So are you walking away from the chance to do over? Or are you walking away from a relationship? Justice. The White House. I think he is trying to make some room between him and the White House here. Two of Wands. Preparation for what? Temperance. Cooperation, healing. This is also the Angel's card. The Star. And the Tower. Clarify the Tower. And Chariots. So you start off on the right foot and then you abandon it in the end. Five of Swords. And then we get back to the dishonor. Eight of Pentacles. Back to work as usual. Ace of Pentacles. Money deals. And then the King of Swords. Back to Trump you go. You are the stupidest that I have ever seen. Like, I understand when you don't understand when spirit is trying to speak to you. But for God's sakes, preparation for healing. Healing. Both of these are my healing cards. So he has the opportunity, just like I said, he doesn't have to, it's not going to make a difference to us if he suddenly becomes more spiritual, because we're going to always see him as a criminal. That's fine. Whatever. His soul doesn't belong to us. At the end of his life, we will not be there to get him into heaven or to keep him out to hell. But for his own spiritual sake, what he needs to do is follow the advice and say, hey, hope and healing is here, but you do have to reach out for it. And in his case, it reached out to him. It's here. It's ready for you. I know things are going crazy around you, but it's here. But then I get this, the Tower. And I'm like, what is this? Is this an ending to his involvement in the nefarious, or is this his involvement in the spiritual? And so I get the Chariot. The Chariot is my other side card. So this is like the heaven and all that. And this is also victory and triumph. He's given up on trying to be a better person. We go back to the dishonor. The way what do you call it, business as usual, because it's the 8 of Pentacles, which means he does this every single day. So something repetitive, business as usual, making deals. And then Donald Trump. Back into the lion's den. The viper den. I don't know what to tell you. So you know what? How about this? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Actually, it doesn't matter. No, stay in there, actually. Yeah, there it is, but stay in there. Jared Kushner. Let's get Spirit's advice to you. We do 10 cards. Each of the 10 cards, just going to lay them out, no spread, is a message to you. Okay? Each of the 10 cards is a message to you. You are being given a chance. Do not mess this up. Four of Wands. That is a completion. The hour is nigh. That is a completion. The Fool. The beginning of a new journey. Put the bow on this. We understand where you were. We understand what you were doing. We even kind of understand why you were doing it. Things can be a little... Peer pressure is a son of a bitch. Yes, he's grown, but that doesn't remove the human aspect of peer pressure. Trying to be like your father, trying to prove yourself. Your father's in prison. That's not a goal. That's not a role model. Start your new life. It really is that easy to just say, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going this way. Ivanka, if you want to go that way, you can. But I'm going this way. Something is calling to me from the other side saying, you have one more opportunity to do yourself a service. Otherwise, the wheels of karma are going to crush you. The Ace of Swords. Clarity, truth, righteousness. It's there. You have to want it. You have to reach for it. What you're doing is trying to take it and use it for something else. Now, why do I say that? Who on the earth grabs a sword by the blade? Who does that? Someone in over their head does that. Because what you're reaching for is not the sword of truth and righteousness. You're reaching for the crown because you're trying to get to the finish line before you got your shoes on. There is no shortcut to heaven. Because that camel in your situation is passing through that eye of that needle, and you are going nowhere fast. The star comes back up again. You have the chance for hope and healing. You have to stop trying to grab the sword by the blade. You're doing yourself a disservice. Because when you grab a sword by the blade, that means the other person's probably holding the hilt, which means you're trying to take it from them. But you're hurting yourself in the process. The Tower. The Tower is an abrupt end, a destruction. This is the card you get to let you know that it's all falling down. That the only thing right now that is saving you is nothing. There is no more solace. There are no more chances. Your tower is crumbling. And there's nothing you can do about it. The Chariot. Triumph. This is not without effort. You will win the race in the Chariot. That's what it says to you. But you have to put the effort in first. You have to train. Stamina. It's the only way you're going to win. In your particular case, you're trying to get to the finish line before you got your shoes on. There is no effort in you. Everything you want to do is a shortcut. The Ace of Pentacles. All money ain't good money. Everything that glitters is not gold. You have the chance to start anew, or you have the choice to resort to the old. So this is not telling you what you have to do. You can do what you want. But here's what we see. Because the Spirit is not a bully. It's not a parent. It's not something that's trying to chastise you because it wants to be mean. When someone says don't go down there, you're going to get hurt, they know this for a fact because they probably did it once before. So you can resort to the old if you wish. It's totally up to you. You can have the victory and triumph, but you're going to have to put some effort into this, so it's not an overnight thing. Repentance. Or resort to the new and resort to the old. Five of Swords, your dishonor, your defeat. The Five of Swords also lets you know to humble yourself. Because just because you are bigger, badder, better, stronger does not mean that there is not someone just as better, just as badder, just as bigger, and just as stronger. You need humility. You need to be able to say, I was wrong. What I am doing is wrong. So which is why it's under that truth and clarity. There's something in you that is forcing you, or not forcing you, but is enabling you to change the wording in your actions. When you ask for back channels and these little sneaky little things like this, there's a dishonor to that. You corrupt your spirit. Not anything else. You do it. The Lover's card. Something in your life should be more important. You have been given everything. You have a family. You have riches beyond measure. You have all the little things that a person can hold on to. What you are missing is your spiritual connection. Right above your lovers. You took all of the riches and left this behind. That's why that devil card showed up, to let you know that you cannot win that fight. Because you know what happens in the end? The more and more stuff you try to gather, and the more you leave behind the spiritual and the love aspects of your life, you become complacent. Out of joint, as they say. The Four of Cups is that person who sort of sits in the melancholy. They become sort of disillusioned with their reality. I have stuff. That's why this is always all unwanted offer. They have cups. As you can see, they sit, they don't hold any of them. They don't want any more. They have them already. You know that old saying, it's not a saying, but you've heard it before. You probably even said it before. What do you give a person that has everything? You probably can't give them anything, but there is probably something that they need. Jared Kushner, you have one more time before karma will's turn. It's going to turn anyway, but it might not be as harsh. What you need is a reality check. What you're not going to get is an easy way out. You need a new outlook. So, it's up to you. It's not going to force you, but it is there if you want it. Count yourself lucky. Not everybody gets this chance.